Hello everyone, this is CS Divesh Goyal, practicing company secretary from Delhi. Welcome all of you on this channel for our latest webinar of section 186. So in our last webinar, we have discussed in detail about section 185, which is a mandatory section whenever we talk about the loan, guarantee and investment. And in the last session itself, I have discussed in detail that section 185 and 186 work simultaneously. They cannot work independently because section 185 talks about whether you are allowed to give loan, guarantee, investment security to anyone, and section 186 talks about what is the process of such loan, guarantee, investment under Companies Act 2013. So we have already discussed in the last webinar कि where we can give the loan, हम किसे दे सकते हैं, किसे नहीं दे सकते, क्या सिचुएशन में दे सकते हैं, क्या प्रोविजन फॉलो करके हम लोन दे सकते हैं. So hope we all are clear after last webinar. We are very clear to whom we can give the loan, guarantee, investment. We are very much clear on that. So now let's discuss one by one the process, or you can say the step of giving the loan, guarantee, and investment under Companies Act 2013. So section 186. Section 186 subsection 1 is specifically talks about the layer of investment. So we are not going to discuss the layer of investment because layer of investment is not relating to our today's topic. We can have a separate session for the layer of investment, and we are planning a next webinar on topic like demat of shares, or we can say related party transactions. So we are not going to discuss section 186 subsection 1. So let's discuss section 186 subsection 2. Before going to discuss 186 subsection 2, just want to give a little clarity. Whenever we talk about giving loan, guarantee and investment to anyone, first we have to follow section 179. Section 179 states about the power of board of director. So जब भी एक कंपनी लोन देती है, गारंटी देती है, इन्वेस्टमेंट करती है, whenever you're going for a loan, guarantee or investment, first you have to pass a board resolution under section 179. Without passing a board resolution under 179, you cannot go for any loan, guarantee or investment. Second, 185. Then you have to check whether you are allowed to give loan, guarantee or investment or not. Once these both sections are complete, then you have to move on the section 186, that how to give the loan. So section 186 subsection 2 specifically state that no company shall directly or indirectly, it is covering both direct and indirect transaction, give any loan to any person or body corporate. A company loan to any person or body corporate, give any guarantee or provide any security in connection to any loan to any body corporate or person, or acquired way of subscription, purchase otherwise the security of any body corporate. So very simply, section 186 subsection 2 is saying that directly or indirectly you cannot give any loan, guarantee, investment to any body corporate or person up to the limits as mentioned under 186 subsection 2. Before going to the limit, first I want to discuss what is the meaning of any person, as subsection 186 subsection 2 is covering any person, but what is the meaning of any person who are covered under the any person under section 186? So for the first, I will say any person definitely sound like any individual. Definitely it's like any individual, all the individuals are covered under any person, but as per the clarification issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs on uh, 10th March 2015, employees does not cover under the any person under section 186 subsection 2. So if a company is giving loan, guarantee to any employee, then that employee shall not be covered under section 186 subsection 2. So whenever you're giving loan to any employee of the company, you don't have to follow the process mentioned under section 186. Loan to employee are the part and parcel of the policies of the company. Part and parcel of the policies of the company. Then second point, whether investment in mutual fund cover under section 186. अब इन्वेस्टमेंट की जब भी हम बात करते हैं, क्या इन्वेस्टमेंट टू म्यूचुअल फंड 186 का पार्ट है या नहीं है? बिकॉज 186 की जब भी कैलकुलेशन करेंगे ना, आपको एग्जिस्टिंग लोन्स, एग्जिस्टिंग इन्वेस्टमेंट, एग्जिस्टिंग सब्सक्रिप्शंस को भी कवर करना पड़ेगा व्हेनेवर यू विल टॉक अबाउट द फ्यूचर लोन, फ्यूचर गारंटी, फ्यूचर इन्वेस्टमेंट. सो whether the existing investment, whether a new investment, whether mutual fund shall be covered or not. So practically, as we discussed, section 186 subsection 2 is including persons and body corporate. Persons means all the individuals, partnership firms, proprietorship firms, except employee. And body corporate means, as per Companies Act, body corporate are companies, LLPs, and the corporations. And as per section 2 subclause 11 of the Companies Act 2013, body corporate we have discussed. And since mutual funds are organized as a trust, not as a body corporate, that's why investment in the mutual fund shall not be considered as a part of the section 186 subsection 2, because mutual funds are not a body corporate and not covered under any persons. Mutual funds are governed as a trust format. That's why whenever a company invest in the mutual funds, they are never considered as a part of the limit to which we have to calculate for the section 186 subsection 2. So these are the very two important question, because many time on the many forums, whenever I go for the seminar throughout the country, people ask this question: what is the meaning of any person? What is the whether mutual funds we have to consider or not? So now we are clear: mutual funds shall not be considered, and in any person, all the individuals, including the partnership and proprietorships, are included except employees of the company. And what about the fixed deposit? Whether fixed deposit shall also consider as an investment? The answer will be no. Fixed deposit are just as a liquid fund of the company, so you cannot consider them as a part of section 186. So now again came to section. Section says you cannot give loan, guarantee, or investment. What limit? Exceeding 60% of paid up share capital, free reserve, and security premium account. Paid up share capital, free reserve, security premium jointly 60%, or 100% of the free reserve or security premium account, whichever is higher. If your company going to give any loan, guarantee, or investment up to 60% of paid up share capital, free reserve, and security premium account jointly, or 100% of free reserve or security premium account, whichever is higher, then company can do the same with the approval of the board of directors by passing of resolution. So up to this limit, which we have discussed, 60% of 100%, there is no need to approach to the shareholder of the company. There is no need to go for the general meeting of the company. This can be done by the board meeting itself. Now the question is, when we say 60% of the paid up share capital, free reserve, and security premium account, what is the meaning of the paid up share capital? So paid up share capital as per Companies Act include equity shares as well as the preference share capital. So whenever you will count the 60% for the paid up share capital, equity plus preference both need to be included by calculating the limit. Now the question is that, as we said, up to this limit, 60% of the paid up share capital, free reserve, security premium account, or 100% of the free reserve, security premium, whichever is higher. If your loan is between this limit, then only board resolution, board approval is required. General meeting approval is not required. But now question is arise whether board resolution can be passed through circular for this purpose. Then my answer will be no. This section restricts passing of circular resolution for the purpose of loan guarantee and investment. If you are doing any transaction under section 186, then you have to pass a resolution properly in the board meeting of the company. Circular resolution is not allowed. And one more thing, even this is a very unique section. In this section, whenever you hold a board meeting, in that board meeting, it is required to take approval of the board of director. That is unanimous resolution, means 100% approval is required. Generally, what happen if there are the 3 director in the meeting and 2 have given vote in the favor and 1 is the against, resolution considered as passed as a majority. But whenever you pass resolution under section 186, the resolution should be unanimous resolution. What is the meaning of unanimous resolution? Whether all the directors should be present in the meeting? The answer will be no. Unanimous resolution means whatever director present in the meeting, approval of the all the present directors. So this is a unique feature of section 186, that you require a unanimous resolution approval from the board of director, and circular resolution is not allowed. Next thing, whenever we count the limit of the 60% of the 100%, for example, today is the 12th February. If today your company want to give loan to anyone, so when you count the limit of the 60% or 100%, you have to check the loan already given, investment already made, security already provided, guarantee already provided by the company. For an example, your limit, whether the 60% or 100%, the limit is 5 lakh. But your company has already given loan of the 4 lakh, loan guarantee investment already 4 lakh. Then as on date, you are having only limit of the 1 lakh. It's nothing like every time their limit will be new. No. Earlier loan guarantee investment security you have to be considered while calculating the limit at the time of giving loan guarantee or investment. So hope we are clear with the section 186 subsection 2, because this is a very important provision, because this is a very general feature of the companies to give loan, to provide guarantee, to give security, to invest in the other body corporate. Like your company must be investing in any company, your company must be investing in any LLP. Whenever you do any such type of transaction, first you have to comply with the section 186. Now the question arises, what are the compliances, what are the procedure if company want to give loan guarantee investment or security more than the limit mentioned under section 186 subsection 2, that is 60% of 100%. So if your company want to give the loan more than the limit, loan guarantee investment security whatever, from the limit mentioned under 186 subsection 2, then company have to pass resolution in the general meeting of the company, and that resolution will be special resolution. Special resolution means approval of the at least 75% of the member present in the meeting. We know there are the two type of general meeting resolution, ordinary and special. Ordinary resolution when we get approval more than 50%, but special resolution when we got approval for more than 75% of the member present in the meeting. So if you want to go above the limit of section 186 subsection 2, then you have to pass a special resolution under section 186. And as you know, as per section 117 of the Companies Act, whenever a company passes a special resolution, it is required to file MGT 14 with the ROC. This is not mentioned under section 186, but this is a basic principle mentioned under section 117, that if a company pass special resolution anywhere under the Companies Act, that company is required to file MGT 14. And now, whether there is any exemptions to anyone, yes. If a company is giving loan guarantee and investment to its wholly owned subsidiary, then that loan guarantee and investment shall not be considered part of the section 186 subsection 2. मीन्स अगर आप होली ओन सब्सिडी को कोई आपने लोन दिया, गारंटी दी इन्वेस्टमेंट की, वो गारंटी इन्वेस्टमेंट की जो लिमिट है, लोन की लिमिट है, वो आपकी 186(2) की कैलकुलेशन में कवर नहीं होगी. दिस इज एन एक्सम्पशन टू द होली ओन सब्सिडरी कंपनी. And if you are going for the shareholder approval for loan guarantee investment, then you have to follow one more condition, that company should not be defaulter in payment of deposit of any public financial institution, body corporate, anyone. मीन्स अगर आपकी कंपनी सेक्शन 186 में रेजोल्यूशन, स्पेशल रेजोल्यूशन पास करके लोन देना चाहती है, गारंटी देना चाहती है, इन्वेस्टमेंट करना चाहती है, देन मेक श्योर देयर इज नो existing default in repayment of any loans or deposit by the company. If there are any default, first make good those default, then only you will be allowed to give the loan guarantee or investment under this section. And as per section 186, it is mandatory for company, the company shall disclose the detail of such loan, guarantee or security or acquisition in their financial statement, along with the purpose for which the borrower will use this amount, that is required to be mentioned under notes to accounts to the financial statement. So this is a very important point for the financial statement of the company. Next point about 186, very important point, interest rate. Many persons have asked us whether a company can give loan or guarantee to anyone without any interest, whether a company can give loan to anyone without interest. My answer will be no, complete no. And nowhere under Companies Act it is mentioned except section 186. Section 186 is specifically mentioned that no company, no loan shall be given under this section at a rate of interest lower than the prevailing yield of the 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 year of the government securities. So, number one, very clear, a company cannot give interest-free loan to anyone, whether they are giving loan to their director, any individual, any body corporate, any company, to whomever a company give a loan, the loan should consider interest. the loan cannot be interest free. Even it is not the power of the company to decide the amount of the interest. This is also mentioned under section 186 that the rate of interest shall be same like 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, or 10 year yield of the government interest rate. So whatever is your tenure of the loan, accordingly you have to check the government interest rate, the interest rate decided by the RBI, and accordingly you have to charge the interest. You cannot charge less than the government prescribed interest rate. Next point, whenever a company make loan guarantee investment security under section 186, such companies required to maintain a statutory register MBP1. This is a mandatory condition that company have to maintain the register of the loan guarantee investment given by the company in MBP1. Then we talk about the exemptions to the companies. Section 186 does not apply when a loan guarantee or security provided by a banking company, insurance company, or housing finance company, and when a loan guarantee or security provided by the company engaging in the financing activity, infrastructure facilities, or acquiring of share by the NBFC, when the ordinary course of business of NBFCs are investing. These type of companies are exempted from the section 186, except that whether you are a OPC, whether you're a small company, non-small company, private company, public company, listed company, every company have to comply with the 186 whenever you think to give loan, guarantee, investment, or security. This is the very basic nature of the companies to invest in the shares of the other company, to invest in the capital of the body corporates like LLPs. So whenever you go for such investment, make sure that you have already complied with the section 186. Otherwise it will be considered as a non-compliance of the section 186. Whenever you give loan to any director, although we have discussed under last webinar under 185 loan to director is not allowed, but we have discussed certain exemptions also. So I'm considering that only. If your company is falling under exemptions and you are giving loan to your director specifically, then it cannot be interest free. To whomever company give loan, that loan should consider interest. Without interest, if you are giving the loan, that will be considered as a non-compliance. Now let's discuss in brief the step-by-step process of giving of loan guarantee of investment. Step number 1, company will first hold a board meeting under section 179 and 186. Means company will hold a board meeting and pass a unanimous resolution under section 186. Number 2, if you are a public company, then every board resolution passed under section 179 you have to file with the ROC in MGT 14. This is exempted to the private company. Number 3, call a general meeting of the company in that board meeting. Number 4, pass a special resolution in that general meeting. Special resolution is mandatory. Number 5, file a MGT 14 for the passing of the special resolution with the ROC. Number 6, make the entry of such transaction in the register under section 186, that is MBP2. It is mandatory to make the entry in the register. This is the complete step, and the condition which we discussed, interest, is the mandatory condition. So whenever you are going to do any transaction of the loan, guarantee, investment of security, please refer this video, please refer section 186. Without referring of the 186, your transaction can never be complete about the giving loan, guarantee, and investment under this section. So these are the basic provision and the process under this section. If you have any query, you can mention in the chat box. We are already having 2-3 queries. I'm taking that. Meantime, you can ask your question also. Whether the draft related to income social media is genuine one because it has been presented in table yet. Someone asked for the whether draft bill circulating on the tax bill is the genuine one. So yes, that is a genuine bill that is published on the government site also. Next, investment in the LLP allowed. See, there is no restriction to the companies to investment in the LLP. They can give the loan to the LLP. They can participate in the capital of the LLP. But first you have to check that LLP should not be restricted under 185, means the relative and all. If it is allowed, then as per 186, you can pass the resolution and you can give loan to the LLP. Next one, mutual fund. So we have already discussed, whenever you consider the limit of the 60%, mutual fund shall not be considered as a part of the 60%, 100% limit. So whenever you calculate your limit, just don't consider the mutual fund and a FD for that limit. And whenever you are giving loan to the employee, whether loan to the employee can be interest free, the answer is yes. If company is having a policy to give loan to the employee interest free, then that loan can be interest free, because loan to employee does not cover under section 186. So if it is not covered under 186, company can go for the interest free loan to the employee. Even if we consider the 185 altogether with 186, if there is the MD and WTD, MD and WTD are the executive director of the company and considered as a employee of the company. So if company giving to the MD or employee as a service of policy of the company, then that loan can also be interest free. But loan to other director, any other person, any other company, any other body corporate cannot be interest free under cap section 186. So 186 is the one of the very basic and important section of the Companies Act, because we have to use this section on the regular basis. So if you still have any question, any doubt, you can mention in the chat box or comment box. We will try our best to take up your queries through WhatsApp or the YouTube channel also. Further, the recording of this video will be available on my YouTube channel only. So whenever you want to read this section, whenever you want to understand this section, you can watch the video. Thank you so much.